Hey divas, welcome back to the D Show. So I did a ranking of the MARINA albums roughly like 3 years ago, and considering since then MARINA has released a new album, I kind of wanted to do a little update video because my rankings have changed, not even just with the new album, just like in total. I also wanted to kind of make this little series because I wanted to rank a few different artists that I like their albums. And then also in this video, as I'm talking about the rankings, I'm gonna suggest you songs from each album. So like if you're trying to get into MARINA or if you're trying to like listen to her music more, I'll give you song recs. Some of my song recs might be popular on TikTok still, but I tried to like find some that I feel like weren't listened to as often and that I like, because obviously I love MARINA. So yeah, I have everything on my iPad, so if you see me referencing anything, it's my iPad to just look and see, read off the ones that I recommended. But before I get started, I do want to give a little disclaimer. Remember, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to offend anyone or hurt anyone's feelings. You're allowed to disagree, that's totally fine. In fact, I encourage you to put your album rankings in the comment section below and to share your thoughts. Also, if anyone else has new song recs that I didn't mention, comment those down below too, so that way again people know which songs that they should listen to. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get started.
Flowers in my hair, I belong by the sea.
So at the bottom we have Love and Fear. Now originally I'm pretty sure I had Love and Fear in 4th place out of the 5 last time, but here's the thing, I'm just not a fan of Love and Fear. At the time that I made that video, I had just started listening to Love and Fear, and when I was making because I used to use Spotify and then I used Apple Music and now I use YouTube Music. So whenever I made my updated playlist for YouTube Music, I was like going through like the Love and Fear album and I was like, there's not really a lot of songs I like. And also recently I've listened to Family Jewels more and I was like, wait, low-key Family Jewels is cooking. And I was like, Love and Fear just is not. It's a good album. I think that it has a really nice calming aesthetic and I definitely can appreciate it, but it's just not my cup of tea. However, the songs that I will recommend from this album are Emotional Machine. That's a really good song. I like that a lot. Life is Strange, also a good song, and Orange Trees, and Handmade Heaven. All 4 of those are good. They're really good songs. It's just the album as a whole I'm not a huge fan of, and that's kind of one thing too that I considered in this ranking is I was looking at like how many songs on this album do I listen to like on a regular basis, how many of these songs do I get stuck in my head, like things like that. Really good album. Also, I will be recommending that obviously that you listen to all of the albums, but I have a couple picks at the very end that I'm going to recommend that you listen to the entire album, but we'll get there whenever we get there. So anyway, that's Love and Fear. Let's move on to the next.
You say yes to everything.
Next we have Family Jewels. She didn't move up super far, but she still bumped from last place. If I'm being so honest, whenever I made the last video, Family Jewels was the only album I hadn't listened to it in full, because I'm really bad about doing that. But oh my gosh, like the number of songs that I just fell in love with this album is insane. I honestly love like every song, if not all of them. It's just such a good album, and like it's the first album, and I kind of mentioned how like first albums kind of have like a weird vibe, and that still stands. Like her vibe in, I almost said season 1, but like in the first album is completely different than the vibes that she went with further. I feel like with Electra Heart, like that was more like alternative, and Fruit was more like funky, or not funky, I'm trying to think of a different word. And then Love and Fear and Ancient Dreams both had very philosophical type vibes, very aesthetic, but also had really good messaging. And then Princess of Power is kind of on its own thing too. But Family Jewels is way out there. Like she's kind of crazy, okay? But I do love the songs a lot and I get them all stuck in my head. The songs I would recommend, Guilty. It's such a good song. and it starts so good. It's got this like funky beat that it starts with, and I literally just am obsessed with it. Hollywood, and then also Are You Satisfied? I think Are You Satisfied is one of the songs like people know from TikTok, but I don't remember. I just know that a lot of people, when I would sing it at work, would be like, oh my god, I love that song. I love Are You Satisfied. It's literally my Instagram. Like if you guys follow me on Instagram, Ds_Wonderland with 3 Ds, I think. My Instagram, like you can put like a song on your Instagram page, and I put Are You Satisfied? Because I'm like, are you satisfied with my page? You know what I mean? Like, but I love Yummy Jules. It's really good. I can't believe I underrated her before, but she's just great, so I love her. So let's move on to the next, and that is gonna be the newly added entry, Princess of Power.
Welcome to my world, Princess of Power.
Now when I found out Princess of Power was happening, I was so excited because I've been listening to Marina for not like a long time. Let me talk about my history for a second, okay?
I decided to cut this out because it was an unnecessarily long ramble about how I fell in love with Marina and how I found out about her, but as I said, it's way too long and all over the place and not really necessary to the story. So anyways, how is everyone doing?
So when Princess of Power came out, that was my first album that I was a listener for. With the other albums, when they came out, again, since I started listening, like when I started truly becoming a fan around the time that Ancient Dreams had already been released, again, this is my first time being around for an album release. So it was a big deal. And my best friend and I actually both listened to it together. So I got her into Princess of Power and we listened to it the whole summer. Love this album so much. I remember when Butterfly was announced, I thought that was a new album. It was a single, Love Butterfly. But yes, anyway, so that's not about that, but Princess of Power is really good. I think that it was the first one that she had 100% creative freedom on, I think, is what I remember hearing. It's so freaking good. Like the photo shoot, the album cover, all of the songs from beginning to end are just amazing. However, the songs I am recommending specifically are Roller Coaster. That's my favorite song on the album. It's so catchy. I love it. Final Boss. I remember when I like saw the album and I was like listening to it, I was like, there's a song called Final Boss. I was like, what's this gonna sound like? Because I always love like boss themes. It was such a killer song. And then I Heart You, or I Love You, or like I Kissy Face You. Such a good song. But I love this album. It's so good. Always gonna hold a special place in my heart. It's just in the middle because I feel like the other 3 that came before are just so good. We'll obviously talk about why they're higher in just a moment, but I will still always love Princess of Power. Also, Princess of Power just had its first birthday on June 4th, so happy belated birthday, Princess of Power. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we have Fruit. Okay, I love this album. I know I keep saying that, but the vibes of Fruit are so immaculate, and all of the songs, like I feel like if you listen to one song from Fruit, you can tell that it is from Fruit. It has like a really nice kind of like, I was thinking about it earlier, it's giving like a hippie-ish type of vibe. It has some really good messages in some of the songs, like Savages. The ones I'm recommending are the title track, Blue, that's a little breakup song, love that song. Gold, oof, it's like my head all the time. Savages, mentioned that before, and then Can't Pin Me Down. But I would definitely recommend listening to the whole album, of course. So let's get down to our top 2 albums. And I'm pretty sure that these are in the same place that they were my first ranking. So yeah, not much has changed, but let's just get into it anyway. In second place, we have Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land.
I don't wanna live in a man's world anymore.
This album just came out at the perfect time, like was perfect for its times. It was right out of COVID, and there's so many good messages about the world at that point in time, because in 2021 it was, again, right out of COVID. There was just a lot of hate going around in the world, and still now, but that's when it kind of started, was 2020, 2021. It's when it started to kind of spike up again, and he saw a lot of problems from our history come back, so she did a lot of really good commentary on that. Obviously, I would recommend the title track, Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land, because it really talks about how everything has happened in our history before, and we're kind of starting to regress in that way, and obviously it's aged extremely well because that's still how things are now, if not worse. Then we have Man's World. Love that song. So freaking true. The music video is amazing. You should watch it. It's gorgeous. They're like on this like big like hill and they're like doing these dances, and it's so cute. I love it so much. Purge the Poison, so relatable. It's about, you know, dealing with everything that we were going through and all of the hate and wanting to get it out of your system because it's just so toxic and it brings you down, and just talking about all of the stuff that was happening around the time. And then New America. I think this is also, I mean, the whole album is a social commentary, definitely, but New America is such a good song. But this album and the album in first place, I'm gonna recommend that you listen to the whole thing. Ancient Dreams isn't super long. I think with the deluxe version, it's like 10 to 12 tracks, I think. But it's so good. All the songs are good. They are very meaningful. That's a reason why too they were pushed up so high, because there's a lot of good messages and imagery. I also just love the vibes. It's giving very Egyptian vibes in the photo shoot and the design and in some of the videos as well. And it's such a good album overall. However, we still have one more, and she's the one that rose to the top yet again, and that is our beloved Electra Heart. So, Electra Heart was the second studio album, and Electra Heart is basically about this character, Electra Heart, and it's kind of about her like world of dating and love. Marina used a lot of female stereotypes. Some of the songs like prima donna, people saying like girls are prima donnas, saying girls are homemakers, used those two, like those words, and turned them into songs. For example, like How to Be a Heartbreaker, that's a really good song, but it's talking about like how Electra Heart tries to get all these boys to fall in love with her, you know, because she wants like the joy and like the feelings of doing things with them, but like doesn't want to, like, she wants to break the boys' hearts so that she does not get broken herself. Kind of like she's explaining why she's a heartbreaker, and it's more like a personal thing. And there's a lot of really good songs in there that it has like this like rocky alternative vibe that I love. And I feel like it was really out there in the pop world, and I think that's probably why it's so popular now. And out of all of the albums that we discussed today, it's definitely the album that is most well known, both just songs on TikTok but also just in general. This I would recommend listening to the whole thing. Now there was a deluxe version made, and then there was a Platinum Blonde edition that came out in 2022, and that added like 4 new songs. So I think in total the Electra Heart album is, with all of the additional tracks, it's like 18 to 20. So it's a lot. It's a mother, okay, but it's really worth it. Every single song, every song from beginning to end is good. Even if you like some, you're gonna like some songs more than others, obviously, but every song is worth a listen. And there's lots of really good messages in this one as well, but also like some commentaries and very powerful music, and just music that you'll want to jam out to and listen to. So out of the options, there's a lot of songs that are popular on TikTok, like Bubblegum Bitch. I think How to Be a Heartbreaker is one of them. Prima Donna, of course. But the songs that I'm going to recommend are How to Be a Heartbreaker, that's one of my favorites, Hypocrites, Radioactive, and Sex Yeah. Sex Yeah that's probably my favorite song on the album because it's a commentary on the normalization of over-sexualization, if that makes any sense to you, and kind of how like being sexual is more important as a woman, like it's a very important thing. Like all women have to be overly sexual. And also, again, these are all just the ways I'm interpreting it. It could be true that Marina did not mean it this way, or that other people don't see it that way. That's the joy of music, but this album just always has really stuck out to me. And like I said, I think out of all 6 albums, that is the most well known and has left the biggest legacy and the biggest footprint in music. So that was my rankings of the 6 Marina albums. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you agreed. Mostly if you didn't, that's okay. I just hope I didn't offend anyone. If I did, I'm so sorry. Please still like and subscribe to this video. I would really appreciate it. Comment down below if you'd like to see more rankings. The options, I literally already have them all ranked out, but the videos that I want to do are, I want to do a Leve album ranking, a Melanie Martinez album ranking, and a Taylor Swift album ranking. However, I feel like the Taylor Swift album ranking is going to be really controversial, and I don't want to piss off any Swifties, but I have recently upgraded to Swiftie, and she's one of my like top artists right now. Love her. But let me know if you'd be interested or not. If you're not going to be interested, obviously I'm not going to make the video. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you guys liked, and I will see you guys next time.